What's up, guys? Welcome back to JSig Poker, where I review hands for both PLO, Texas Hold'em, and I also vlog for mainly PLO. If you guys want to learn more about PLO or Texas Hold'em, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I give you guys tips, tricks, hand analysis almost every single day. All right, so let's get into it. Right now, I'm going to review 200-400 cash game PLO high stakes poker episode 8. And let's go ahead and start. We got Luke Schwartz here racing it up to 1200 after Rob straddles from under the gun.
Someone's saying that Luke looks a lot more adult and healthier.
Both Leon calls and Rob calls, both very two loose hands, but it is a live stream, so I don't blame Leon for flatting with ace, queen, jack, 3 offsuit. But for my taste, I would probably just fold that. I mean, in the live stream, I guess I would call and just, you know, try and show a loose image. Rob's call, I mean, I guess it's okay. Triple suited as well. GTO, definitely not a call. But again, in a live stream, you kind of got a call here. We get a flop of ace, jack, 4, rainbow. So everyone flops a piece here. Leon flops top 2. Rob flops top and bottom with the backdoor flush draw. And Luke flops a wrap. So pretty big hand here. Leon comes out firing pot for $3,800. You know what? I don't really like it. I would just prefer to check because you flatted in the small blind. Chances are you don't have pocket aces, right? Plus you want to, you know, trap and try to get worse hands to potentially bluff here. Hands like queen, queen, hands like king, king that can potentially bluff future streets. But let's see what Rob does with top and bottom. I don't expect him to fold here.
Yeah.
Tough spot though if you are Rob. You gotta try to deduct what Leon's range here. Is he gonna be potting a gut shot, right? Probably not. You kind of gotta be worried about pocket jacks and ace jack here. So I might even contemplate folding if I was Rob. When it comes to Luke and you're in position with the wrap, you just cannot fold this hand. You gotta peel.
Rob calls top and bottom, but it's Luke, the pre-flop raiser.
He's actually probably thinking about potentially potting here, but that would be, you know, unnecessary. You don't want to pot the flop. You don't want to bloat the pot and have someone come over the top, and then you're committed with your wrap.
You're on the button. You got
now let's see a
two
turn.
players putting chips in front of you. It's cool. Right.
Reasonably good hand. Maybe ace king and you come a king.
Oh.
Turn is a 10, so Luke turns the absolute nuts. Leon has top 2 with a ace of diamonds, so he can potentially bluff the river here. Worst card for Rob. Let's see what Leon does.
He's come back from the break with a real spring in his chips, Luke.
Leon not slowing down, pots it.
He actually bets pot with top 2 pair and a gut shot blocking king queen. I don't like it because you don't get value from anything else that you beat, right? King queen is there. That can definitely be a hand that either of these guys will call with on the flop. Hands like king jack queen 4, right? King king 10 x, king queen x. Right? There's a ton of flop hands. King 10, queen 9. So I don't like betting here. I don't understand. He's kind of merging here. But let's see what Rob does. I expect him to fold.
I mean, he does have a queen. Like, so you block some straights, but is this hand not a little bit too strong? Maybe.
Now Luke in here with a pretty tough decision. At this point, what do you put Leon on? You know, it looks like he can have a set with the flush draw. You know, potentially king queen as well, but you have king queen. So what do you want to do? Do you want to potentially get it in versus hands that have a lot of equity versus you right now, or do you want to try to see a safe river? Let's see what he does.
I mean,
and potentially bluff king queen
check that much when
right in
queen
case you're chopping. He does make the call, and I don't blame him for just flatting here because Leon is essentially repping the nuts. So you're in position potentially against a hand that's chopping, and you may be able to blow him off that hand.
He's doing just calls.
So I do like it.
Come on, Leon. Well, if it comes a diamond, though, Leon has the ace of diamonds. This is...
Yeah.
Here you go. tell you what, his
Now, it's
Luke's put his hoodie
interesting.
on.
It'll be interesting to see
t-shirt
if
before he's now put the
Leon
lucky
decides to
hoodie on.
jam
That's
a
it, that
river
is the,
diamond. I think if
that's
a
the winning
diamond does
hoodie.
hit,
Well,
I think he
Leon's
does
got
have to
it as well, so it
bluff
must be the
because
unlucky
he can't
hoodie.
possibly
Oh, maybe
be
not.
good here with top 2.
Really interesting now to see how this.
But-
And a diamond does get there, and let's see
Again,
what
I mean,
Leon does.
Leon's got top 2.
He decides to check, which is very, very interesting.
Well, I mean, does he
Because
try and
why
bluff
are
in
you
case Leon's
betting
got
the
same hand?
turn if you're not going to bluff this river?
You know, I mean, Leon
Now
pots
Luke
the
is
turn.
very
He's supposed to have
strongly
king, queen, and
contemplating whether he
decent
should be
percent, right?
bluffing
And now having checked the.
Leon off of a chop here.
Blues underneath. I have, yeah.
Because Leon would most likely go all in with the flush.
I mean, this is sick if he does bet, because Leon...
Leon could raise.
Yeah, I mean, the pot's
Yeah,
pretty
even
small.
if he had a
compared to his
jack-high
stats.
flush, I
He's
think
happy
Leon
to
would
check
still
back.
go
Yeah,
all
I
in.
think knowing Luke, I expected him to check there.
And it does check, and yeah, Leon sees the bad news. I don't think Leon was really thinking about what he was planning to do on this river or what he was trying to get value from. I think he was just sort of clicking buttons here. And we all make that mistake. It's okay.
Yeah.
He's not a professional. He's just
Luke
a
just flats
recreational
again.
player. On to the next hand.
He's going... eventually someone's going to take off behind me, aren't they?
Luke Schwartz with ace, ace,
Luke's just
king,
called.
king,
Yeah.
single suited.
Wow. I mean,
Monster here.
This is
Let's see
different.
what
I wanna buy
happens
this hoodie.
pre-flop.
This-
I don't think he'll sell it.
oh,
So
ace,
Rob,
ace, king, king.
okay, so wow, it's actually straddled here, and Rob bumps it up with 6, 7, 8, 9 single suited rundown on the button. I like the isolation play. Kyle Limpson with Jack, Jack, 410. I don't mind it either. But Luke just slow plays from the small blind instead of 3-betting. I do like 3-betting this hand because other hands can potentially cold call behind and be dominated. I don't like letting 3 other players in the pot or 2 other players in the pot. I feel like you lose a lot of value with this hand, ace, ace, king, king. But he does flat, and then we get Kyle and Leon coming in as well. Let's see a flop. This could be very, very dangerous if Luke flops a king or ace and someone else flops a set. It can be really, really hidden. That is the upside of flatting with this
So
hand.
Luke's just called.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's.
And you can tell that's what he's thinking right now.
I think he might be getting a little unnecessarily trappy.
I mean, it has to be said, the last time he was in the big blind, this time he's in the small blind. You're out of position.
All right, hurry up,
You know
dealer.
everyone's calling, and it's going to be a bit.
What is taking
bit
so long?
awkward.
Takes so long.
I guess someone's getting change.
Yeah.
Rob, stop holding up the game. You're not even in the hand. Oh, you are in the hand. Okay. Sorry, Rob.
Wow.
Flop comes king 7 8. Luke flops an absolute monster. Rob flops bottom 2 with the straight draw. Pretty big hand here.
And
Let's
Rob
see what Luke decides to
flop
do.
2
I would
pair and
expect
open
him to
ender.
check here. Okay. Looks like he's actually going to lead.
Luke, no messing around.
He's actually going to lead pot, and I don't mind it. You block top set, right? A lot of hands can potentially check back, like Rob's hand, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pocket 7s can potentially check back. Pocket 8s can check back as well, just to play some pot control in a 4-way pot. So I don't mind it at all.
Round.
Trying to get value now and
Pot it with that top
force draws to, pay the price. I would expect Rob to call here every single
loved this hand when
time.
that pot came down, but as soon as the first
Luke
small
can
blind
have
smashed-
potential hands like king 9, 10, 6, right? He can have king 5, 6, 4 wraps with a pair of kings. You might even beat some hands, right? Like 7, 8, 9, 10, or actually 8, 9, 10 jack. So I do like a flat
pot,
here
you're
from
like, oh,
Rob.
got a straight draw.
Even if you're beat, you do have outs to the
I
straight
think he's
and open-ended.
pretty happy with it, but I don't think he's got any cause to do anything but call.
No reason to pot here if you're Rob,
Cool, he does.
because you're not going to get it in
Got the button.
for anything that you beat.
So important in PLO.
And now we go
changes in
to
so
a
many-
turn.
So many different combinations as opposed to hold'em. Like having position is so big.
Yeah.
Ooh, bingo. Turn is a king. Luke
Oh.
locks it up with quads. Now I would expect him to check almost every single time in slow play because, Rob most likely has a draw at this point. He's not going to get value from
It's
pretty
actually-
much anything else except
I mean,
for
a 7 or 8
pocket
would have been a
sevens and
dream.
eights.
Give Rob a full house. But
Yeah.
not complaining. It's £29,000 in the pot, and you've just gone to 100%.
Yep, that'll be his.
I do like the check.
Any of the chips that happen to come in.
And if you're Rob, are you
He
going to
is
bluff
also.
with this hand?
And you check.
He does decide to bluff.
Rob.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Reason why is because, you know, anything that calls you is gonna have you beat. I feel like you should definitely just go to showdown and be happy with your two pair with backdoor with open ended, right? But he does decide to go ahead and bet. He's gonna see the bad news
He
here.
can have a house here, right? I mean,
Yeah, any
and he's
9-10 jack or anything like that
yeah.
that Luke has is.
They can't call here, like, yeah. And it's 10 into 30.
Yeah, Luke's wondering, what do you have, Rob?
Obviously,
Do you have 7-8 and you're trying to rip a
shut
boat?
down, isn't
Do you have a straight draw?
he? Well,
Do you have
good thing
pocket
that he's
sevens,
made it
pocket
straight to
eights?
do anything.
Ooh, river is a offsuit 5, so Rob actually makes the nuts straight, even though it's on a paired board, and Luke still has quads. Great river for Luke. Let's see
It's
what
not
happens.
Possible that that Rob
Luke
talks
does
about
decide to
call you
check,
there.
and hopefully,
Having
hoping
the
Rob
two
goes
boat
for it.
cards.
And he actually continues betting with the
Change the side.
straight after Luke calls on a paired board on the turn. I don't like it one bit. I guess he's trying to target hands like King 10 Jack 4. I don't even think those hands call here.
This is the value bet that last
But he
second.
does decide to bet.
Maybe a
He's
little
going
bit
to
of a
see the
tell.
very,
Probably a
very
very
bad
well
news
saved
once Luke
5,000.
piles it in here.
Yeah, so what he's thinking.
And you're just
Charles
gonna have
Luke's
to
got
give it
king or
up
some
if
sort of
you're
straight
Rob.
draw.
Yeah, if he's got
Like
yeah.
King 9-10 and
Ace King Jack 10 or something.
Yes,
like
and
that.
he does go for it, and I would expect Rob to quickly
rude awakening
fold
here. And you
here.
check raised. Yeah, actually, maybe
You
the
just
value bet's
don't
not as
beat
thin when you've got the 8
anything
and the
at
7,
all.
right? You
What is going to
block
check
the
call you
houses.
on the turn and check raise the river?
And he thinks like, oh, I can
King
just,
5,
I can just
King
fold if he
8,
raises.
King
and now he's been
7,
raised, he's
pocket
thinking, oh,
kings.
actually,
Hang on, it's Luke Shorts.
You don't beat anything at this point, even though you block
Full flush, you know, he's
King
capable.
8,
Yep.
King 7, and 7, pocket 7s, pocket 8s. Now Rob's trying to think if Luke is making some sort of sick bluff here. And I think Rob is just playing for the
See that?
camera.
I don't think Luke could say that if he was bluffing.
No, it's
Well, he does cool.
No way, he does make the call. Wow. How does he make that call? That is an insane call. I don't know what he put Luke on.
now I feel a bit bad.
Maybe he's
saying
just
anything
donating
interesting
to him. Who knows? But on to the
enough. Oh, Liam's
next
got
hand. That
really
was
nice hand.
crazy.
Out of there.
All right. Next hand, we got a bunch of... I mean, it's like a 5-way pot over here. Let's see what happens.
A bit of action. Basically, from
All right, so Richard opens with Ace, Queen, King, Jack. Beautiful hand from the hijack. Rob calls. He's ready to gamble. Sam calls with Ace, 8, 8, 2. Single suited with the pair. Decent hand. Not very good. Much better if it's connected, but in a 5-way pot, you may as well try and gamble it up a little bit on the stream. Leon calls. I don't mind it either, just completing. And then Kyle calls with Ace, King, 4, 4 offsuit, which is an absolutely atrocious hand. But let's go to a flop.
Boris. You don't mind getting a lot of action with Ace, King, Queen, Jack with a suit. You're like, come on in. Water's warm.
If it comes 5-5-6, you can just casually get out of there.
7, 6, 5, all clubs. Sam flops a nut flush draw, blocking 8, 9, which is actually a pretty good hand for him. Rob flopping top set with the gut shot, with the backdoor flush draw. I expect those guys to tango here.
7-6-5, then Rob flops top set.
Now, if you're Sam, you have a real decision here. Do you want to lead pot? You know, chances are a lot of sets are going to check back. 2 pairs are going to check back. A lot of flush draws are going to fold if you just lead, right? Hands like King, King, you know, Queen 10 will probably not fold, but will probably be folding the turn. So I do actually like a lead pot if you're Sam. You do have backdoors to the flush draw, so most likely no one has a flush. You can potentially bluff a ton of rivers versus 2 pairs or sets.
It's not
Or
what
lower
Burridge
straights.
dreamt of.
Let's see
Sam
what
with
he
a
does.
nice hand here. He's got the 8s blocking the straight. but the nut flush draw with it.
I love it.
This feels like a
I
mad
love
dream.
it. I love the lead
So
here.
here you think he just
I
pots
love
it,
the
yeah.
lead.
You're just firing 3 streets this, aren't you? You're just like, let's keep going.
And if you're anyone else in this hand, you got to put Sam on a straight. I mean, he's leading pot into 4 players, right? What else can he possibly have?
Pots out and just...
Now, Rob does have top set. He's got a call here. No point in
Obviously, Rob
raising.
gonna call
Again,
here.
you don't want to bloat the pot
Set
unnecessarily.
And
You have
the-
position.
The beauty of these
You can
concepts
potentially
as well is
stack a flop straight. You know, it's pretty hidden.
when it comes to club, you throw in a little check, and Rob might try and take off and knock you off the
And
straight.
Sam, I'm
Yeah,
expecting
he's
to
got
continue to
8-9.
barrel this turn here. Beautiful card for Sam. Nothing changes. Still repping the nuts. Credible line. Go for it.
It obviously just improves Sam's hand to pair aces.
I do expect him to pot it here.
It's a good card because now Rob.
And as you should, if you have a
Less
straight, you
inclined to
just
call
pot it,
someone
right?
who's
To
like
protect
2
against
pair
the draws,
combos.
board pairs,
Yeah, it
flush
should-
draws.
If Sam does have like the nut flush draw,
You're not too smart. Like, we'll let this
Let's see what he does.
guy's always too
He bets 18,000.
out of the game.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
18.
I would have just preferred to pot, just because you're out of position.
Seems to me you
You
might
want to
as well
make
go
them
pot
pay
right
with their
size, I don't
sets.
know.
You're going to get
Yeah,
value
I'm
from
surprised he
sets
doesn't.
anyways. Potentially, hands like 2 pair with flush draws as well.
I mean, you're saying you got the
Hands
nuts.
like king 5,
You've led 5 away.
you know,
You're
4,
firing again on the turn.
right? Lower
What-
straight
you're
could
saying you got the
potentially
nuts,
call
you
you
bet
as
pot.
well.
What doesn't call...
And we just saw Rob
Yeah,
call down
Right.
versus
doesn't call for
quads.
18, that's...
So you may as well just pot.
for pot that's
But
gonna
he
call
decides
for
to
18.
call, and we go to river. Should be a very, very interesting river.
Wow.
All right, river is a offsuit 9. Perfect card for Sam to barrel here. He blocks 8-9, 8-10. Rob could have any 2 pair, any lower straight that now basically gets counterfeited. Any set that's not going to call this river if Sam continues to bet. So I do expect him to bet here
9
again.
on the river,
This is the
even better
perfect
Memphis.
river to bluff if you have pocket
Yeah, I
eights.
think.
If you don't bluff this river, you are making an
Say that
absolute
there are
huge
some-
mistake.
If Rob has
I don't think you need to bet very big here either, because again, we're targeting weaker hands. So I think anywhere from 32,500 would be a very, very good bet. It's very credible.
7, 7, 8. But
Whereas
got
if you
2 eights,
bet
you just gotta
like
go with it,
50 to
right?
60K, the only thing that's going to call you is another
Rob just has a
8.
set here so often when he's called.
And you don't
twice.
really need to do that.
Maybe 2 pair and a flush draw.
But let's see what he does.
I guess the hole in Sam's story now is if he's sort of saying he's got 8, 9, 10.
Right.
Wow, he bets pot. He bets pot. I don't like it in hindsight. I don't think you need to bet that big, Sam. I think 32,000 is enough to get off 2 pairs or lower straights. Again, your hand is very well repped.
I'd say
And I
that
think
is
you
this a
could be
spot you can go
saving
quite a lot smaller, but he's actually
$34,000
gone-
here. But let's see what Rob does. Tough decision if you're Rob. What can Sam possibly have here? I mean, he can have a hand just like this, ace 8-8-2, right? He can have hands like now 8-8-10 gets there, right? If he was bluffing with 8-8-10, right? But potentially pocket eights mainly is what Sam would be
He's
bluffing
actually bet
with.
more than the pot.
If I was Sam, I would actually sow this hand on the live stream and try to get some
maybe go a little smaller.
try to get some publicity there. But hey, that's pretty much it for today. If you guys like this video, if you like my hand analysis, go ahead and let me know in the comment section what you liked. How would you guys play the hands differently? And if you guys are looking to get better at PLO, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be coming out with hand reviews every single day. And then pretty soon I'll be coming out with my vlog again. All right, so have a good one. Peace out.